Welcome back in to Jets Media. I'm your host, Richie Malora. We got some things to talk about. Here are the biggest Jets storylines you need to know as the New York Jets took a beat down over the weekend to the New York Giants in the preseason. We got some people up in arms over it, that it's a bad thing. So we're going to talk about everything you need to know regarding the New York Jets. I'm excited to be live with you guys. Happy Monday. We got another week of football. We have the Jets playing this Friday night against the Philadelphia Eagles. And some news about me. I will be at Jets camp tomorrow and Tuesday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow and Wednesday for back-to-back practices. I'm actually staying overnight in New Jersey, so I'm going to be in a hotel tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming tomorrow on this channel. So stay tuned for the shows on Jets Media because I'm going to be active. Because I'm going to be in a hotel in Jersey. You know I got to be working while I'm there. And the way I'm going to do that is by going live and creating content and interacting with you all. So I want to talk about everything you need to know, all the storylines heading into this week with the New York Jets. Let's get straight into it. Hit the thumbs up button if you're not already, folks. Really do appreciate all the love and all the support you guys are showing on the channel. We hit 28.2K subs over the weekend on the live watch party against the New York Giants. And let's just get straight into business. Now, the first thing, we made a video about it yesterday, and it's a kind of a storyline that I don't even want to talk about, but it's still something, so I'm just going to talk about it at the start and not talk about it again. This is the Abdul Carter taking a shot at the Jets situation. Not even a situation. It's nothing to really worry about at all. But I think it's funny. I just think it's absolutely hilarious that we had a player like Abdul Carter who has so much hype getting humbled on the football field and then taking it to social media by just attacking the Jets, which I think is pretty funny. And this is going to unlock a new level of Jets fans on X, which is absolutely hilarious. I cannot wait to see how that evolves. But if you missed it, I made a video about it yesterday. Abdul Carter took a shot at the Jets, which is pretty hilarious, saying that this will be the only highlight for the Jets all season long. I guess so. But hey, man, we shall see. Now, you go deeper into what happened in the Jets game. I'm seeing a lot of narratives being talked about. A lot of narratives. Let's get into that matchup between the Jets and the Giants. There's a lot to break down. A lot happened. A very small sample size from the starting offense, and even the defense was not complete. But Braylon Allen and Breece Hall and the running attack, I think, was the biggest positive of that offensive series between the Jets and the Giants. They had two series, and everybody's talking about Justin Fields, that he's not able to throw the football, and the pass attack is something to worry about. I'm here to tell you guys, man, this pass attack, it's going to be a work in progress. But what this Jets team showed me in that game is that they are trying to establish their identity as a running football team. That's what I took away from it the most, because they all know, and when I say they, I'm talking about the coaching staff, they totally understand that the only way this offense succeeds is if the running attack is an absolute weapon, not just your ordinary running game. There's way too much talent on this offensive line and running back room to not be a very good football team running the ball. Like, there is no excuse on the planet. Did you guys see the graphic that the CBS broadcast put on the screen during the game? I got to find it so I can show you guys it. And all it was just the Jets starting offensive line. And I feel like you look at the Jets offensive line on paper and how they were all established. I mean, they absolutely better do what they got to do. Now, I actually look up Jets offensive line on X, and I got the Jets Roundtable coming up first. Make sure you guys go check out Jets Roundtable on X. They're doing a tremendous job over there, posting some Jets content. Jets offensive line has allowed a 15.9% pressure rate through 2 games, third lowest among teams that have played multiple games. So that's a good thing to see. Now, the offensive line in the running game stands out. And you don't really see Justin Fields getting pressured a lot in those 3 series. So it's all going to start with the offensive line, man. And there's no excuse on planet Earth for this Jets football team to not run the football effectively. And that scoring drive they had that ended in a field goal from Nick Folk, the second series, They ran that ball in a way that I've never seen before since the 2009 Jets. 12 of the plays, 11 of them were runs. Now, the Jets did call a deep pass, but that was the one where Justin Fields, he ran it because he's taking what the defense is giving him. He saw the Giants linebackers drop back. There was not an open lane for him to squeeze the ball down the field. So he took what the defense gave him, scrambled for 6 yards, slid. Great play. So I know a lot of people are like, yeah, well, we need to see the pass attack. They need to experiment the pass attack. I disagree. The pass attack comes with the run game succeeding first. It's not the other way around. The way the pass attack with this football team is going to click, hopefully, is with the running game becoming such a weapon where the opposing defenses are going to be forced to stack the box. Because when you start stacking the box, that's when the offense can absolutely take advantage of it and pick apart the secondary, hopefully down the field. Because when the Jets are in obvious passing down situations, they're going to be in, it's going to be tough. But you saw what the Jets did in that matchup. 3rd down and 8. It seems like it's an obvious passing down, but no, Tanner Engstrand had something else in mind. He handed the ball off to Braylon Allen on 3rd and 8, and he picked up the 1st down because they saw that the Giants were in a defense where they had all their pass rushers on the field, not anybody that can really stop the run. They saw a lane where if the offensive line got down the field and made some blocks, they're going to be able to pick up the 1st down, and they did just that. Love that play call. So I think that what this team is about is going to be running the football, man. And they did that. And I really wish, my only critique, not my only, I got a few critiques here. But Aaron Glenn, man, I wish we got to see the offense again. I understand we don't want to play our offense too much. We don't want to start players for too long. We want them to be healthy. I get all that. But I really think that this offense could have used another drive. I think Justin Fields and that starting offense deserved another drive. That's how I view it. You guys let me know if you disagree. But extremely small sample size for us to evaluate Justin Fields. And I'll say it again. Yeah, he was 1 for 5. The pass attack was a little bit hit or miss. He missed on some throws. But I'm here to tell you guys, the offense is going to be a work in progress. And until the run game becomes established, that's when it all opens up. And dude, Braylon Allen looks so good. I mean, every time a guy gets the ball, he is just bursting through the hole, seeing the field, has so much speed at that size. He looks like an absolute stud, Braylon Allen. Breece Hall did not look bad either. He had some runs that looked good. Armand Membu, Elijah Vera Tucker climbing to the next level. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Jets offensive line. But hey, man, if you're a Jets fan and you're concerned over the pass attack and you're concerned over Justin Fields, I mean, are you shocked? I mean, this is what I expected. Right when the Jets signed Justin Fields, I mean, this is the quarterback he's been. And the Jets are going to try their best to get the best version of Justin Fields. And the way they do that is by supporting him with an offensive line that protects him and an offense that can run the football so he can find his rhythm, where they can set up play actions. They can do RPOs. All that stuff comes from an elite run game. And the Jets have everything they possibly need to have an elite run game. And I think they're going to have one as the season goes on. Arch Manning is not coming to the draft next year. Stop with this. Stop with it. Come on, man. My boy Wardy's in the chat. Better get those Jets Media Day tickets ready. Jets Media Day is actually sold out, which is absolutely absurd. I have to try to get more tickets. Jets Media Day is sold out. I can't believe that, but they are. I was trying to save tickets for some people, and all of a sudden I look up and they're all gone. Everyone smash the like and sub button. Everybody go give my boy Wardy NYM some hype. All right. The biggest Mets YouTube channel on the face of the planet, doing a tremendous job covering the New York Mets. You guys know the drill. We had an event with Wardy at the Mets and Giants game earlier this month. It was an absolute banger at Citi Field. We appreciate it. I'm just trolling, Richie. I know you're trolling. You know what? I get a little bit when I hear Tank, I'm just like, dude, no. I can't handle Tank talk this early, man. I'll always call it out when I see it. Jokes or not. I appreciate the love, my friend. Will the tailgate tickets be available still? Yes. Tailgate tickets are still available, my guy, if you want to come to the tailgate. That's in that same link. All right. My dad keeps saying the Jets are a Super Bowl team. I say no, Chiefs are a Super Bowl team. Wow, your dad is that high in the Jets? Super Bowl? I found that interesting. But folks, do your boy a solid favor. Simply hit the like button. If you're enjoying the show here on Jets Media, we're live on a Monday. It's not Victory Monday. I get that. I think some of you guys would rather this be Victory Monday. Hey, I get it. So let's open this up to some Q&A's talk. I want to interact with the chat, get your guys' thoughts about some things. Is Corley a goner? I definitely think so, man. I definitely think Corley's a goner. I'm not going to lie. All right. Zachary wants me to read the Bilal Powell post that I saw on X. I will do that because Bilal Powell made a tremendous point on X. All right. And I wanted to, I'll highlight that. That deserves to be talked about. Thank you, Zachary, for bringing that up. So here it was, Bilal Powell on X responding to a Harrison Glazer post about the stats of Justin Fields. Here's what Bilal Powell had to say. I think Justin will be fine. Tonight looked like a base game plan built around the run game, and they executed it efficiently, talking about the starters. A strong rushing attack forces defense to load the box, which opens up opportunities in the passing game. I expect to see more sprint outs, naked boots, and screen concepts that build off the ground game and take advantage of Justin's mobility. It looked like the offense is being built the right way from the ground up. Exactly. This offense is being built from scratch, folks. From scratch. And that's how you do it. You have to establish the run game before anything else. Justin Fields is not the quarterback that can just, on 1st and 10, take a deep drop back and fire a 20-yard missile down the field in tight coverage. He's capable of doing it. I'm not saying he's not capable of it, but that's not how you establish this offense. It's all about the run, and you saw them prioritize it. Because on 1st and 10, if the Jets can hand the ball off to Braylon Allen and get 6 yards, and it's 2nd and 4, and then they run an RPO, and Fields keeps it for the first down. And then on 1st and 10, they do a swing pass to Breece Hall out of the flat. He picks up 7. And then on 2nd and 3, they give it to Breece Hall up the middle, first down. Like, that's the type of offense they're trying to figure out. Okay? Trying to stay positive, but Fields is just a check down passer. Now, in my opinion, a check down passer is not a negative. Now, yes, you need your quarterback to go make the big plays when his name is called, and that's what makes you an elite quarterback or not. Are you capable to put the team on your back when you need to the most? But if Justin Fields is a check down machine, that means he's taking what the defense is giving him, and that's all we need him to do. We need Justin Fields to protect the football this season. Don't make any boneheaded mistakes by turning it over. And go underneath, be a point guard. That's the type of quarterback they're trying to build with Justin Fields. Be a point guard. Put the ball in the hands of your playmakers and let them go make plays. And they're inviting Justin Fields, go make plays yourself with your legs. Go out there and get a 20-yard touchdown with your legs that we know you're capable of. Go out there and have a backyard play. Scramble around until someone gets open. If there's somebody open underneath, you take it. That's all this Jets team is asking Fields to do. We need him to play point guard. We need him to take what the defense is giving him. And if there's a wide open player underneath, you throw it there so he can pick up some efficient yards, because that's how you string along together. The one thing I'm noticing about this Jets team, the identity that Aaron Glenn is trying to build here, there's 2 styles that I'm noticing based off of the 2 preseason games. One on offense, one on defense. The offense, we all know what it is, running the football. But more importantly, controlling the clock. Winning the time of possession. The Jets lost against the Giants, but we did win time of possession. And I think that is important to note, because the Jets are really trying to be that team that just grinds out the clock. Long, sustainable drives that wears out the defense, keeps the opposing offense ice cold on the sideline. That's kind of how the Jets got beat up all last year. We were the opposite. We were the ones getting just pushed around in the run game, getting dominated in time of possession. That's a recipe for failure. That's what Aaron Glenn's trying to do on offense. Control the clock, have long, sustainable drives. And then on defense, he wants to turn the ball over, take the ball away. And that's something that Robert Saleh and the previous coaching staff did not really prioritize. They prioritized being a defense that protected everything behind them and just make the tackle in front, and that's it. And they did a good job at that for the most part. Not last year. Last year was just an absolute nightmare all across the board. But even the elite Jets defenses under Saleh and Ulbrich were not good at taking the ball away. Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilks is doing everything they can to instill in these guys to hunt the football, force turnovers, get your ball, get that ball, knock the ball out, recover the fumble, go out there, tip the ball up, intercept it. So I think that's something that's different. So those are the two things in terms of an identity, in terms of a standard, and in terms of ways of winning that the Jets are really trying to implement. It's controlling the line of scrimmage on offense and running that football. Winning the clock is the offensive takeaway. And on defense, it's taking the ball away, because that is only going to help this team. If you could have a defense that makes splash plays, and we can have like one defensive splash play a game, that's all you need, is one of those big turnovers that can change the entire game. Whether it's an interception, pick six, safety, anything. So I'm really intrigued to see how this defense looks. And the defense was totally incomplete, by the way, in that game against the Giants. Totally. I mean, we had two plays from two starters that looked pretty good. One play from Brendan Stevens, making a heck of a recovery, having a pass deflection. Brendan Stevens, CB number 2, excited to see what he looks like. Michael Carter II had a nice tackle. That was really cool. And the Jets actually posted a clip of it on X just now that I absolutely love, because you're seeing the energy of Aaron Glenn on the sidelines. So here is the play I'm referring to of Michael Carter just making a routine tackle. But, hey, it's cool to see this. It's cool to see the energy. It's cool to see the hype. You see Michael Carter II back playing football with the Jets with that injury last year. Absolutely love it, man. Look at Glenn flexing in the background. You absolutely love to see Coach getting all hyped up. But this is the energy that he's preaching, is physicality, violence, and the secondary needs to be a tackling secondary. And you can argue Michael Carter II is the best player on this Jets football team that can tackle. What the heck is that? AI. Curtis underneath on X, man. I mean, this is where you got to be careful of the internet, bro. That just kind of scared me, bro. I'm not going to lie. That scared me. I'm like, what the heck? Eric. Hey, man, you gotta love the internet. You gotta love the internet, man. Oh, you gotta love it. But those are some two takeaways I had from the starting defense. Absolutely love to see that. And, you know, the biggest star of the defense of the entire game was Dean Clark. Dean Clark was just flawless, had a pass deflection, had a sack, had an interception. The Jets finished the game with 2 interceptions, which is a positive. That's what I'm talking about with this turnover battle. You got to be able to turn the ball away. Quantez Stiggers had a nice interception on Russell Wilson. Dean Clark had a nice interception as well. Fun stuff. So it's hard to evaluate everything from a preseason game, because we're also going to be talking about players that are not really making the team. But one player I wanted to highlight is Arian Smith. I think Arian Smith had a very interesting game, had a few drops, but then he also went out there and made some plays. Want to get your guys' thoughts of Arian Smith. Can he emerge as the Jets receiver? And then there's another player that had a heck of a play, undrafted free agent Quentin Skinner, with that one-handed grab. He looks really good as a Jets rookie in the preseason. There's always there's always a rookie receiver the Jets bring in an undrafted free agency that just steals the show in the preseason, man. Quentin Skinner. What a heck of a grab that was. Heck of a grab. What are your guys' thoughts of that? You guys like Quentin Skinner? You a fan of him? Do you think there's a world where he makes the team? I don't know about that. But going back into Arian Smith, if there was one receiver that we are really crossing our fingers to take a leap and actually have an impact It is Mr. Arian Smith. Okay? Because he had 2 drops and 2 catches. And he is such a difference maker, bro, because if he can establish an ability to create separation at the next level, be a wide receiver that can just take the top off the defense like we're hopeful for, I think he absolutely has a role in this offense. And, you know, there's no really receiver that has any type of showing anything with the starters yet. Garrett Wilson doesn't have a catch. Lazard is injured. Josh Reynolds does not. I think he has 1 catch, or maybe no, I don't even think he has a catch yet. Very small sample size with the offense, so it's hard to evaluate. Tyler Johnson, we're not seeing much with Justin Fields. There's only 3 drives. So Arian Smith, man, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, man. His route running has been a little bit more impressive than I thought it would initially be. I thought that was something that needed to be developed, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from the rookie wide receiver so far, man. I absolutely am. And when it comes to the quarterback 2, we're going to have a conversation about QB2, folks. Tyrod Taylor's injured. I don't know if I trust Tyrod Taylor to be healthy, and obviously we don't want to talk about quarterback 2. We want Justin Fields healthy, right? But Arian Martinez and Brady Cook are competing for that backup quarterback spot until Tyrod Taylor's healthy. And I liked it. Martinez didn't look too bad, man. He's a different type of quarterback than Justin Fields altogether. Deep drop back quarterback, can make some throws over the middle of the field. I liked it. I ain't gonna lie. But he's got to still see more, man. Got to see some more. Aaron Glenn was pissed off at halftime. If you guys missed that interview, he was livid out there at halftime. And he did not shy away. And listen to what Coach had to say at halftime.
The second led to a field goal. How do you assess their play in the first half? Sloppy. We got to get better. And we will get better in the second half. Defense, we gave up 2 big plays. That's the only thing we gave up. But other than that, we were sloppy across the board. What is your message in the halftime? We got to fix it. It's simple. We got to fix it. Can't be sloppy.
I just like the energy and the facial expressions. You know, like the fierce, the fire in his eyes, because you can feel the passion, right? That's where it's coming from. Like when you're a Jets fan and you're looking at that, you can feel that he actually cares. And this means a lot to him. And he's pissed off when he sees something on the field that does not represent what he's preaching. He's going to call it out. And this year for the Jets is all about what players are fitting the culture, what players are not fitting the culture. I don't think Malachi Corley's picking it up. That's a very easy cut candidate, and it's sad because I liked him coming out of the draft. I really, really did. But it seems like he's going to be a goner, Malachi Corley. And that's the tough part about this sport, man. There's a lot of guys that you just don't know if they're going to make the team or not. And I don't think Malachi Corley's making the team. But is Quentin Skinner going to make the team? It's going to be hard as well. It's going to be hard for him to make the team. You look at the wide receivers, you got Garrett Wilson making it, Lazard is going to make it, Reynolds, Tyler Johnson, Arian Smith. I would say those 5 are pretty much locks to make it. That's 5 receivers. And then you got to think about the special teams factor. It's going to be Xavier Gipson or Jamal Pritchett for that special teams wide receiver role. I think Xavier Gibson's probably going to make it. But then you got guys like Brandon Smith, who's playing really well, who's kind of that all-around receiver. Doesn't have traits of crazy speed or anything, but he's a guy that can get open over the middle, reliable hands, that type of receiver. And then you got this 6'5" rookie receiver that has a crazy catch radius that you don't want to get rid of. So it's kind of tough. Right? I don't want to cut Skinner, but it just seems like there's a lot of guys. Brandon Smith has been pretty good. So, and then I didn't even mention Malachi Corley. He looks like you got to make plays in the preseason if you want to make this football team. And Malachi Corley has done nothing. Absolutely nothing, bro. And it feels like the Jets don't even try to get him involved. They're not even calling plays for him. I don't know if that's just the coaching staff saying we don't want to waste time on this guy because we know he's a goner or what, but he looks like an absolute just ghost. Totally not impactful. Another player that's totally MIA is Jeremy Ruckert. We have Stone Smart going viral of chip blocking Abdul Carter. We got Mason Taylor having a really good run blocking rep, and he had a catch. Jeremy Ruckert, I mean, you're not doing much. So he's not going to get cut because the Jets don't have any depth at tight end at all. But, like, he's not doing anything from a blocking standpoint. He doesn't have a catch. I don't know what he's doing out there. And it's sad. I mean, I like the story of Jeremy Ruckert. I want him to be a Jet long term. Growing up a Jets fan from Long Island, I mean, that hits home for me. But he's not doing anything. It's early on. You never know when his name is called in the regular season. Maybe he can make some plays. But as of right now, the jury's out. Not a lot of people are looking at him. You know, people in the chat saying Ruckert not making the team. I look at the tight end room. Who's making the team? Who's making it over him? Who's going to make the team over him? Zach Kuntz and Neil Johnson? Like, that's what I'm thinking. It's not like there's tight ends out there ahead of him that's playing better. Mason Taylor and Stone Smart, 2 locks to make the team. Who's tight end 3? Over Ruckert. You know what I mean? Unless you consider Andrew Beck a tight end, but he's more of a fullback. Who you think Zach Kuntz or Neil Johnson are going to make the team over Jeremy Ruckert? I find that hard to believe. But I feel like he makes the team, Ruckert, but I don't see him here long term. That's how I look at it. That's how I think about it. Lazard starting on PUP for the first 4 weeks to see the young guns. I could see that. As much as everybody hates Lazard, that's not a good thing. We want all of our weapons healthy. But I could see a world where Alan Lazard starts the season on the PUP list because of that injury. Lou B with a super chat, my guy. Everybody give my man some dono hype in the chat right now. The first super chat of the show. Lou, I appreciate you, my man. Much love to you as always. He says, do you think a big trade will happen before September 7th? Also, I need 2 free camp tickets for tomorrow if any Jets fan needs. Guys, if you're trying to go to Jets training camp tomorrow, I also have tickets to give away. Lou has tickets to give away. If anybody wants to come to Jets training camp, let me know in the chat right now. Lou will hook you up. Lou will hook you up, man. It was great to meet Lou at training camp a few weeks ago. Appreciate the super chat, my man. I don't think a big trade. Are you asking from a Jets perspective or NFL? NFL, I can see that because we got Trey Hendrickson, who's now on the trade block officially. Terry McLaurin's thing is still up in the air. Micah Parsons. I think there's going to be a big trade, but I don't think the Jets are going to be involved. If that's your question, Lou. Appreciate the super chat. Folks, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button on your way into the show, man. We're live on a Monday, 4 p.m. ESTs, right around the corner. We got 45 like buttons smashed. Hit the like button if you did not already. Much appreciated to everybody. If you guys did not hear me at the top of the show, I will be at Jets training camp tomorrow and Wednesday, back-to-back days. I'm staying in New Jersey overnight tomorrow at a hotel. That's going to be fun. I'm going to be live streaming from the hotel. We're going to have a lot of fun together because I'm going to be bored. I'm going to be sitting there alone. I want to be with you guys. Maybe I'll have a marathon. Maybe that's what I'll do. Who knows? Maybe I'll do that. All jokes aside, I'm excited to be back at training camp tomorrow. I love being at training camp. You guys know me very well. Training camp is something I love to do. And it's going to be my last time going. This is the last few days where it's open to the public. My last 2 times being at camp this year because training camp's coming to an end. Now, let's get into some injury updates because the Jets defense was incomplete. So I don't want to evaluate the defense yet. The Jets defense did not have Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, Byron Cowart, Jermaine Johnson, and Will McDonald. Those are all key pieces. Those are all starters. And they allowed the Giants to march down the field. I mean, not even march. They just got down the field in the blink of an eye after that Russell Wilson deep ball that Andre Sisco got beat. It was a miscommunication between Stiggers and Sisco. But I'm really intrigued to see how this defense looks when fully healthy. I am going to keep a close eye on the injuries to both Quinnen and Sauce because calf injuries are a little risky. And then Will McDonald is dealing with some type of knee issue. So injuries are a part of the sport. Luckily, to this point, the Jets have not had any severe long-term injuries, but I really hope that these injuries do not linger and they're all ready to go for week 1 and everybody's healthy all season. But I know that's impossible. Nobody's healthy all season in terms of a team. But we need Big Q out there healthy. We need Byron Coward out there healthy. We need Sauce in particular. We need Will and Jermaine. Because a fully loaded Jets defense, man, I feel like it's with Jermaine Johnson back, with Jamie and Sherwood and Quincy Williams healthy with the second. I don't know, man. I'm excited to see what this defense looks like. It's a fresh. The one thing I'll say about the Jets defense is, as I ignite my standing desk, the one thing I will say about this Jets starting defense, it's very fresh from a schematic standpoint. A lot of new things happening with this defense. Something that's different. It's not going to be a lot of base 4-3. And we did see some 4-3. We saw Jamin Davis on the field as a third linebacker. But there's going to be a lot of packages that's going to get Michael Carter on the field and have him blitz. We're going to see Andre Sisco crowd the line of scrimmage. We're going to see Tony Adams blitz. We're going to see exotic things, a lot of man coverage. So that's refreshing to see what this offense is about. Defense, excuse me, that I'm excited for. But the Jets got a lot of takeaways in this preseason so far. Quantez was the one to get the interception from Russell Wilson. I don't know what type of throw this was from Russell Wilson, but he just threw it up. I think it was a miscommunication. His receiver cut inside, and then he threw it to the pylon. Quantez Stiggers tracked that ball down like a receiver. And Quantez had an up-and-down game. He got beat on one route by Jalen Hyatt. But then he comes back out there, gets an interception. That's the type of player that he is a ball hawk. If his name is called, he's going to go out there. Another injury to keep in mind that we have not seen, unfortunately, is Azareye'h Thomas, man. I was very excited to see Azareye'h Thomas in the preseason. He's missing valuable time. When you're a rookie like Thomas, missing time in the preseason, that's stuck. Not good. Not too good to have the rookie injured right now. But the good news is Brandon Stevens looked solid. I mean, I'm not saying Stevens is going to be elite by any stretch of the imagination. All we need Stevens to be is be solid. Don't have boneheaded penalties and don't get beat too much, because Stevens was top 3 last year in receiving yards allowed. Not good. Not a good number to have. He's coming off a very bad season from Baltimore. He was picked apart. He was targeted a lot. So I'm curious to see his bounce back this year with Sauce. And Sauce Gardner, dude, he looks totally different. We didn't see him this weekend, but there's a new energy to Sauce. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, smarter. We'll see how that looks. But there's a lot of storylines with this Jets football team. You know, we're entering the last week of training camp, the last week of preseason. We got the Eagles on Friday night, by the way. If you guys don't know, the Jets are playing Friday night, not Saturday. And, you know, a lot of narratives are attached to this Jets football team, and it comes to the passing game. Where's the passing game? And I'll be straight up with you guys, man. Like, the one thing that I don't know if concern is the right word, but I would say more disappointing is the lack of Garrett Wilson. I've said it before. 0 for 5. Garrett Wilson has 5 targets and does not have 1 catch. That's not good. Very small sample size, 3 drives we're talking about. But you know, Garrett Wilson, it's like, is he going to get the ball efficiently in this offense or not? Because, you know, in training camp, you're seeing the Jets utilize him a lot. He's going crazy in training camp, and I still think he's going to have a monster season. But you got to get your number 1 receiver involved in a creative way. You cannot line up Garrett Wilson outside and just have him run a little button hook and expect like that's like, no. This is up to the coaching staff to unlock Garrett Wilson, unlock his full potential. Figure out a way to get him the ball. Get him in motion. Get him in the slot. Have him run an option route. Have him get open. And Garrett Wilson needs the rock, man. He is an absolute playmaker. We paid him like one. So I'm not going to start saying right now that I'm concerned because it's still the preseason. But if we go into the season and we're like in week number 4 and Garrett Wilson's not getting the ball, or there's some miscommunications and there's some bad throw, I don't know. This offense is going to be built on the run, but Garrett Wilson is the key to unlock the pass, and he's got to be involved. He's a secret weapon, and a secret weapon, obviously. He's a pretty loud weapon because opposing defenses are going to be double teaming him, right? Defenses are going to shut down And when I say shut down, I just mean they're going to try to shut down GW by bracketing him, by double teaming him. And that's why the Jets got to run the football. I was in New York City this morning, and I took a video on the streets of Manhattan because I was thinking about Aaron Glenn. And I want to give you guys, I'm going to play the video because I want to get your guys' thoughts of this. Here are my impressions on Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn is definitely something to be talking. We got to talk about Aaron Glenn. He's the topic. But here was me this morning, and I want to just play it for you guys.
Jets fans, I'm walking the streets of New York City right now, Manhattan, and I want to get your thoughts right now about Aaron Glenn. Comment your biggest takeaway so far of the new Jets head coach. We are 2 weeks into the preseason. We saw this Jets team go out there and absolutely demolish the Green Bay Packers in week number 1. And now we're coming off witnessing the Jets not look too good against the New York Giants. It's just the preseason, but we're definitely seeing the style of head coach Aaron Glenn is, the way he's handling himself with the media, the way he's disciplining his football team, the way he approaches the halftime interviews. He's not messing around. My biggest impression of Aaron Glenn is I am absolutely bought into what he is selling. It feels like this is the exact type of guy that needs to be here in order for this Jets football team to succeed. And I've been honest about the New York Jets throughout this entire offseason. I think it's going to get ugly before it gets pretty. And what I mean by that is this team is going to be built on adversity this season. When things go crazy and when the Jets unfortunately have a bad loss or something crazy happens, it's up to Aaron Glenn to really discipline this football team and learn how to deal with failure. Remember what he said when he became the Jets head coach's opening press conference. He said something along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing here, when adversity comes, we're built for this. We're the New York Jets. So that's my biggest takeaways of Aaron Glenn so far. Cannot wait to see him on the sidelines when it actually counts against the Pittsburgh Steelers week 1. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's go Jets.
So I made that video for a reason because where am I? You guys can't see me. There I am. What's up? I'm back. But yeah, I made that video this morning and I posted that on social media because I feel like Aaron Glenn, we're seeing two sides of him. The first side was how do you handle success? And it's preseason success. Jets went out there and looked flawless against the Packers minus some penalties. Dominated on all 3 phases of the ball, won big. And then week number 2, the Jets kind of get their teeth kicked in. Offense does not look too good. Defense gives up big drives. They look sloppy. They lose 31-12. How does Aaron Glenn deal with that? So I think seeing those two sides of Aaron Glenn is definitely eye-opening to me as a Jets fan, just seeing how he operates failure. Because I really do stand on what I'm saying, man. I think Aaron Glenn is the guy that this football team has needed for a long time to get them to where they need to be. But at the same time, Jets fans, I mean, I'm not someone that can tell anybody how to be a fan. I'm just going to give some recommendations, man. But I hope this team is attached and along for the ride because this ride is about to get bumpy, bro. I don't want to frighten any Jets fan, but it's going to get bumpy this year, dude. There's going to be times where it's not looking good. And I'm just like hoping that our fan base can come together and cheer them on and support them when they're looking bad and not just like pile on and turn on everybody and say, fire Aaron Glenn and bench Justin Fields and the whole team stinks. Like, I get it. We're an emotional fan base and we're scarred and we've been through a lot and people are going to be like, Richie, you don't know what I've been through. I've been watching this Jets team since whatever. I get all that energy. All I'm asking is you give them some space to figure out an opportunity to learn. That's all I'm saying, man. But I know how Jets fans are when we have a bad loss and we lose big and Fields looks like trash, hypothetically. I know what the comments, I know what the narratives are going to be, but I'm saying this right now on August 18th to tell you guys, when things go bad, I'm going to keep it real and say it's bad and what needs to improve, but I'm not going to be like shocked or I'm not going to be worried in terms of like long term. This is an opportunity for Justin Fields to tell us, is he someone we want to build with or not? Because guess what, folks? If Justin Fields plays all season and we win 6 games and we have a first-round pick, there's a world where the Jets go into the draft a quarterback in the first round, and Justin Fields is still a starter next year, and they tell Fields, hey, man, Go out there and prove it again. And if he doesn't, then we have a first-round pick waiting behind him to be the guy. I think that's the most likely scenario, not the 6 wins part, just the drafting a quarterback, because I think the Jets drafting a quarterback next year is way more likely than some people think. I want to give Fields his chance before we start writing him off, but he's got to really show out this year. Like, I'll ask you guys this question. What does Justin Fields have to do this season to not make us feel like we need to draft a QB in a deep quarterback class, might I add? What does he got to do? He's got to win. He's got to go out there and ball out, because if this team looks like, even if they win some games, I don't know, man. He's got to really do something, because the quarterback position is still a gigantic question mark for this football team. And us Jets fans, man, we're sick of it. We want there to be some continuity there. We want to find our guy. Finally, where is he? Where is he? Well, we got another one trying to find himself. Fields will be benched by week 5. I find that hard to believe. Even if Fields is looking bad, I don't think he's going to get benched, because there's no one behind him. Unless Tyrod's healthy and they think they can start winning with Tyrod. But I think Justin Fields is going to play all year. I really do. And he's just got to show something, man, because this Jets team, they are going to be built on running the ball and taking the ball away. 4,000 passing yards, 700 rushing yards, 30 pass touchdowns, 8 rush touchdowns, less than 12. If he does this, then yeah, he's the guy. I don't think that's going to happen. How do you Jets fans feel about the running back room, the share percentage of Allen and Breece? Great question from Nick, Dolphins fan. I think that it's going to be way more balanced than people think. I think the Jets are going to be utilizing Breece Hall a lot out of the backfield as a receiver. They're going to give him his handoffs for sure. But Braylon Allen, I think, is going to have a season where, as the season goes on, I think Braylon Allen, like so far, if you just go into training camp blindly and you watch his preseason games and don't know anything about either running back, Braylon Allen looks like the better running back. I'm just keeping it real. He looks more focused. He looks like he has more juice. He looks like, I don't know, he just looks better. He just passes the eye test. And it doesn't have to be a competition between the two. It does, like, me saying that is not a bad thing about Breece Hall, like, trashing him. But they're going to balance it. I want Breece to figure himself out. I want there to be a motivator for him. I mean, the biggest motivation that Breece Hall needs this year is this is his contract year. If he wants to get paid like James Cook or Kyron Williams just did, he needs to be productive. James Cook has a really good season. That's why he got paid. Kyron Williams coming off a really good season. That's why he got paid. Breece got to go out there and have a good season to get paid by the Jets or another team. And this right here is where the Jets are going to utilize Breece. When he gets lined up against a linebacker and they recognize man coverage, Breece is going to eat that matchup 10 out of 10 times. I mean, you can't guard Breece Hall if you're a linebacker. And the Jets got to utilize that, man. You saw that catch he made last year against the Titans when Rodgers threw a goal ball to Breece and he mossed a linebacker in the end zone. Like, Breece Hall has legit receiving hands. Not a lot of running backs in the world has the type of hands that he has, and the Jets are going to really try to utilize that. All they got to do is get the ball in Breece's hands in space. Whether that's in the pass attack or that's on the ground, I don't care. And franchising Breece Hall is definitely on the table, but another player that's franchise tag eligible is going to be Elijah Vera Tucker. I could see a world where the Jets extend John Simpson and franchise tag AVT. I would prefer them extend AVT long-term if he plays well, because I could see also a world if the Jets are in week 10 and Elijah Vera Tucker and John Simpson are both playing really good football, I would really hope that they consider extending them both. Because can you imagine if the Jets secure AVT and Simpson for another 2 or 3 years, and now you're talking about a Jets offensive line that is built together? Because the best offensive lines in the league are the ones that are continuity, man. The same guys every single season. Like the Buffalo Bills, they had 5 great offensive linemen last year. All 5 are returning this year. That's how you build a great offensive line. And the Jets got 2 offensive linemen, both guards, Simpson and Tucker, that are pending free agents next year. I would prefer them not to pick one over the other. I would like to extend them both if they're both playing well. I know there's a competition at center with Joe Tippmann. Some people feel like Joe Tippmann's not a natural center. Maybe Tippmann is going to go to left guard and then they get another center somewhere else. And I don't know. I would prefer that not to happen. I would rather see the offensive line go ball out this year, all 5 of them, and both guards extended. That's what I would do. But the Jets are not going to give any extensions out before the season. They're going to want them to go out there and prove themselves. So I'm not out there pounding the table, extend ABT now, extend Simpson now. Like, yeah, I want that to happen, but I don't think the Jets are going to do that. They want to see what they look like in the system. They want to see film. They want to see success, I think. Sauce and Garrett Wilson were a different conversation. You know what they are. And there's only up from there. Elijah Vera Tucker has not a lot of good things in his career with the Jets, just from the injury standpoint. He's coming off a healthy season finally. That was the narrative between ABT. Can ABT stay healthy? Can ABT stay healthy? Oh, can ABT stay healthy? Well, he was healthy last year. He tore his Achilles, by the way, and that was a year removed from Achilles injury. So now I think the Jets want to see another healthy season of ABT before they extend him. And I don't blame them for that. You don't want to commit someone long-term money that can't stay healthy. And ABT's got to go out there and prove that he can be a difference maker at right guard and be healthy. Folks, if you're enjoying the show, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Want to remind everybody, I will be at Jets training camp tomorrow and on Wednesday, back-to-back days. So make sure you guys follow me on X for day play-by-play updates. And I'm going to be making a lot of videos here on the channel throughout my experience over at One Jets Drive. It's going to be a lot of fun. Any questions, comments, concerns in the chat, feel free to let me know, man. Love to hear what you guys have to say. I'll open this up for a caller segment as well. If you guys want to call in the show, feel free to call in, talk some Jets, as the Jets are coming off a disappointing week number 2 in the preseason. And I'm noticing some Jets fans' vibes are a little bit low now. Everyone's like, yeah, hype for the season's dead after that. I mean, come on, man. Preseason ball is preseason ball. I'm really excited to see what this team looks like when things start to matter, because I also think that the Jets are holding back Justin Fields a little bit, like in terms of unlocking or unleashing their full game plan. Like, I'm expecting this football team to give Justin Fields the opportunity to run a lot of RPOs, a lot of read options, and make some plays with his legs. I think that's part of the overall philosophy, I would say, of this football team. But hey, man, we got to wait and see. September 7th cannot get here soon enough. All right? Cannot get here soon enough. Absolutely love it. Let's get into some callers. We got my boy James up first. James.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro.
What are you not doing, bro?
I'm not going to start this season off negative. Listen, here's the fact, bro. Preseason does not matter. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. They're running vanilla offenses, vanilla defenses. There's no game plans. 4 of our defensive starters didn't play. So I take no stock in preseason. I take more stock in the joint practices than I do that game, because more starters were playing. There was no starters, bro. Justin Fields had 2 drives. Okay, 1 for 4. We get it. But we're going to run. We're going to play good D. We have really good special teams. That's how you win football. You said it before. Run the ball to set up the pass. That's what we're going to do. That's what, like, if Justin Fields can be a little bit better than he was last year, we'll be all right. We're not going to be a bad team.
I know people are acting like Fields was trash last year or something.
No, he wasn't. I don't think he should have got benched.
Everybody was like, why did Justin Fields just get benched when he was playing the best football of his career? And that's the last we saw of him. Well,
you know why? Because if they didn't put Russ in, I think there would have been like maybe a mutiny. I don't know. Maybe some players thought he was better suited to start. I have no idea. But they wanted Justin Fields back. They offered him a contract, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
So Steelers are a pretty good organization, right?
And then they settled Aaron Rodgers. And we'll see you week 1, James. Meet me there, meet me there.
No, meet me there. Don't beat me there.
Oh, my God. I can't wait to see you there, my guy. Let's go, Jets. Shout out to James, my guy, coming on in with a fire start off to this call-in segment. Oh, man, you got to love that guy. He embodies what it means to be a Jets fan. I'm not going to lie. Let's do it. All right. We got someone on X saying, do you think Justin will be consistent? I don't know. I hope. I think he's going to be consistent of being able to run, but I don't know if he'll be consistent. I'm hopeful. He was consistent with the Steelers. 6 games. He looked quality. Like he looked like a starting level quarterback, but we shall see. I just hope Jets fans give him time to at least figure himself out. Because if you're expecting to go out there and ball out right away, you're setting yourself up for failure. Got to let him struggle before he figures himself out. That's my mindset, at least. So we shall see. Only time will tell. Let's get into the next caller. We got Underdog up next. What up, Underdog?
Yeah, what's going on, Rich, man? I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all, man.
Oh, man, what's wrong? What's wrong?
I saw that preseason game. I've been a Jet fan since '87, and we're looking like the same old Jets, Rich. Come on. You have to be realistic.
I'm being realistic. What happened in that week 1 game, though? What was your thoughts after that one?
Well, most of the starter was in, and then Green Bay wasn't playing as good as they should be. But come on. You have to wake up. You've been a Jet fan long enough. You got to know this team. We have no receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have no edge rush. Once again. Okay? And Breeze Hall, I haven't bought into that kid ever since he came in. He's soft.
Well, I would disagree with that we don't have any edge rushers. I say we do. Will McDonald had double-digit sacks last year, and Jermaine Johnson's coming back.
Over an injury? Come on, Rich. He's not going to go 100%. Plus, Will McDonald, I don't think he's built like that, to be honest with you.
My question to you, my man, is this, right? So week 1, the Jets dominated in the preseason, and you didn't read into it, and then they get dominated in the preseason, and now you're reading into it. So do you value preseason a lot?
I do.
So it seems like the week 1 win isn't being weighed as hard as the week 2 loss in your brain. Am I wrong there?
No. Well, I just not buying into this year. I'm a big Jets fan, Rich.
And listen, I think that there's you don't need to buy in from the standpoint that we're going to be good. I don't think anybody is.
But
right? We don't expect anything great this year. It's just everything's new.
But that's not what Coach Glenn said at the beginning. And Coach Glenn was promising playoffs, like doing.
Well, he's the coach. He should be. He can't go out there and just preach that we're going to stink. Then they'll stink. What do you want the coach to say?
I don't know what to tell you, Rich.
What do you want the coach to say? You want him to say that we're going to stink?
I'm not hyped. It's going to be another same old Jets. I hear it from my kids all day. I hear it from my wife. Why do you do this to yourself? Every
and I don't listen. It's been 14 years of this, so it's been 14 straight years, and then it goes back, of course, further. But I think that there's reasons to have an open mind, and only time will tell. Because I don't think this is going to be a very positive season. But at the end of the day, you never know. That's all I'm saying. Right?
Let's hope. Well,
buddy. I appreciate the caller, man. First time caller. I would appreciate if you called back, my friend. Good to see you.
I sure will. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Underdog. I appreciate the call. And man, he's being real. Jets fans have been through it all. And I don't blame him at all for having those feelings. And you shouldn't either if you're a Jets fan. We are the same old Jets until proven otherwise. And it's okay to have that mindset. Right? It's okay to believe that this Jets team got to go out there and prove it before I even get excited. Let's not forget what the Jets did to us last year. I'm not going to forget that. Now, luckily, this team is completely different than last year. If we had Robert Saleh back and Rodgers back, and we're doing this for year 3, oh my gosh, I would be running into an absolute disaster. But luckily, that's not the case. This is the season of change, right? And we're hoping that the same old Jets narrative can end, but only time will tell. And they got to go out there and prove it, because some Jets fans have that same mindset. And there's nothing wrong with having a mindset of every time I'm a Jets fan, every year it's disappointment. It's the same thing every year. It's 14 years with no playoffs. That's going to do it to some fans, right? There's nothing wrong with that. We can just hope as fans that, hey, maybe this will be the year. But the one thing I will say is this. Everything is new. And that's something to be excited about. That's not guaranteed that new equals good because the Jets have had new coaches and new quarterbacks and still failed. But if there's something to cling on to, it's that hope that, hey, Aaron Glenn seems like he knows what he's doing. Only time will tell if he does, but he's passing the eye test for me so far. Just from the standpoint of not messing around. The Jets have not had a coach like Aaron Glenn that was drafted here, played in the green and white, was part of a turnaround, having Bill Parcells being the head coach, and being there as a player front and center, witnessing a Jets team that was absolutely the laughingstock of the league, winning one football game, and then going into the AFC Championship game a few years after the fact, by Bill Parcells, the coaching staff, coming and changing the culture. Aaron Glenn had a front row seat of that. That does not guarantee that Aaron Glenn's going to be able to do that as a coach, but that's what he's going to try to do, man. And I like the fire he's showing. I like the fierce. And of course he's going to go out there and say that we're going to be a darn good football team. He's the coach. You have to say that. What do you want, the coach to go out there and be like, yeah, you know what, the talent, and we're the Jets, so I don't really expect us to do much this year. That would be really bad. Let's get into more of your callers. I appreciate you guys coming on here, being real with me.
What up, Richie?
Hey, what's up, my guy? You're on a walk again.
Yeah, well, I would, but I'm actually outside of my house. But
there you go.
First off, you usually see me wear my Jets hat every time I would join the call in, but today I didn't because we lost to the Giants, of course.
Oh, you still got a rep even through the losses, man.
But hey, bro, I'm like, man, this Friday we have to beat the Philadelphia Pigeons, not the Eagles, the Pigeons.
That's personal for you, isn't it?
Look, I don't like that team, and bro, if we lose, I'm gonna have to be an Eagles fan for the first 2 weeks of the regular season, man.
You had a bet with someone or something?
Yeah, I had a bet with my cousin and bro. I'm like, but now
you're making bets on the preseason, man. You're setting yourself up.
Look, I'm just trying to at least get some up. But hey, if we win, I'm gonna just go to Philly and say and call out every team that plays there and say,
there we go. That's what I love. Well, I hope the Jets win for your sake because we don't want you to be an Eagles fan for the first 2 weeks, my guy.
But hey, I'm gonna be having at least we're gonna have somebody come be a new Jets fan for the first 2 weeks if we win. I know who.
I would love that. Well, good luck to you. I hope the Jets win for your sake. Thank you for the call, my man. And let's go Jets. Go get that Jets hat back on, my man. Don't take the hat off because we lost. We got to support the green and white through the losses. Because we're still here. All we do is lose up until this point. So you got to keep that energy alive, man. You got to keep that energy alive. We got Matthew up next. What's up?
What's up,
Matthew?
Richie?
How you doing?
Doing good. Long time no hear.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to the show. How you feeling?
Fine about my Bills. Again, I was listening to Dan's show early this morning. Everyone's freaking out. Well, we got to fire McDermott. We got to get rid of Josh Allen. All this other crap. It's
Bill says are
preseason.
actually
It's
saying
fine.
that with like a straight faces that they want to fire McDermott and get rid of Josh Allen after last night.
Fire McDermott, I heard a few times.
Wow.
I think most of them were probably trolls, but again, like you're a baseball fan, you're a Mets, but how many times have you seen the Marlins get first place in the Grapefruit League during spring training and then go crap to bed during the entire regular season? Like I've seen the Marlins like first place in spring training like 2 times since like recently, and they're bad.
Yeah, it's just the preseason. Just like you can't read into the wins, you can't read into the losses. But hey, man, maybe the Bills' depth is not as good as we thought. You never know.
I'm worried about safety, but like, how many times did the Bills go like 3-0 during the drought years in the preseason? And it meant absolutely nothing. But I am worried about safety, but I think we should be fine. Again, we have a great quarterback unit, so I think that'll go over and kind of cover up our safety problems. But I least have Taylor Rapp again. Cole Bishop's been iffy. DeMar Hamlin's been iffy. Buffalo Joe, after having a great camp, didn't have a good game, but I still have faith in him. I still have faith in this team. But it's a stupid preseason game. Best of luck to your Jets. Beat the Finns. Beat the Pats.
Well, thank you, Matthew, for the call. He's talking about his Buffalo Bills who got beat up by the Chicago Bears last night. Shut out. Caleb Williams showed out. And it's got some people talking about those Bills that they're, I don't know if you guys saw Fourth and Forever today on Roundtable Sports Network, but TD Finstock, he had a very bold take about the Buffalo Bills, saying that the Bills are going to be this year's Cincinnati Bengals, winning 9 games because they don't have enough talent around Josh Allen, just like Joe Burrow doesn't have enough talent around him, more specifically on defense. TD's usually wrong, but I don't know. You never know. Someone in the division is going to have to win double-digit games, though, for them to not to win the division. So it's going to be very intriguing to see how this AFC East shapes out this year, with the Patriots looking different. The Patriots looking different for sure, and the Dolphins looking like they're just waiting to blow up. They're a ticking time bomb. And then the Jets, everything is new. Finn's Rule says, I think Miami's winning the division. All right. Dolphins fans, they think Miami's got it? I don't know about that one. We shall see. Well, we're going to wrap up the show here, guys. Thank you to everybody that tuned in to this edition of Jets Media. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support that you guys are showing on the channel. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. And stay tuned for more content as we continuously produce all the shows you need on Jets Media. I will be live at practice tomorrow. Stay tuned for that, folks. I will be at Jets training camp for tomorrow's practice and Wednesday's practice. And I'll be live streaming from Jersey tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I'm out of here, folks. Enjoy the rest of your night. Let's go, Jets. Peace.